Hello, welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. This week we are working with the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron Reid. This is an oracle deck. It is written as an oracle deck, but it is inspired by the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot or the Smith Rider-Waite Tarot as it's becoming more known in this day and age, giving credit to the artist who designed that deck, Pamela Coleman Smith, along with Rider and Waite, who were the writer and the publisher of the deck. So I feel like by calling it the Smith Rider-Waite or Rider-Waite Smith deck, people will call it that as well, it's giving each of the three very important individuals credit for their creative process in the deck. Now, this isn't that deck. And someday maybe we'll visit that tarot deck, and just do, tarot readings would work for this channel just as well as these oracle decks. But she wanted to, or really was guided by spirit to rework the traditional structure of the Rider-Waite into this oracle deck. And she says, so it's designed with a more modern and simple way, but is also tied to joy and positivity. Not that the tarot decks aren't joyful and positive, but sometimes they're a little alarming and a little uncertain, and the artwork and messages can be unsettling at times. Not always. They also can be, it's very deep, the history and structure behind tarot decks, and there are multiple different systems of tarot. Another one that I've worked with in the past is the Thoth deck by Alexander Crowley, and it's similar to the Rider-Waite, but it's not the same. And so every one of them has slightly different variations or meanings for cards or names for cards, and so the systems are they can be quite complicated. And she wanted to do something here that's a little more simple, a little more easy, a little more maybe user-friendly. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. A little more positive and happy. And hence she named it the Good Tarot, which I think is a great name. Again, artwork here by Jenna Della Grataglia. Seems only fair to mention her beautiful artwork as we're talking about Pamela Coleman Smith's artwork on the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. So, as always, I open a circle of light and love and protection around myself and my reading space, and that extends to everyone who watches these readings, no matter how long the readings last, whether you watch this reading today or whether you watch this reading 3 years from now. God willing, my Oracle channel is still up and running on Facebook, or not Facebook, but YouTube, and that YouTube is actually still functioning. I mean, who knows? Our world is going through so many changes and shifts right now. I mean, 3 years from now, things might just be almost unrecognizable. I don't know. I'm just along for the ride, and I'm trying to do the best I can for myself and grow and help the people around me grow and live a beautiful life. So, as always, I look at two things with these cards. I look at the energy card, which is the force that's directed towards us from the universe for that day, what's coming at us. Sometimes it's our greater universe. Sometimes it's our small universe, like our work environment or our home environment or our family environment. And then the other card I look at is the focus card. And that's like the intention, effort, or response that we put back into that energy. Because ultimately, spirit gives us something. We work with spirit because we're co-creating, and then we make something of all of that. A nice little recipe. So let's look at our energy card. Oh, not clear. Energy. Clear. Sorry, trying to get that pulled out without throwing these cards all over the place. I truly believe when that happens, the right card is there. The same card is there. It's just about me being clear on picking it. So, focus. There we go. So, let's see what we've got going on today. I'm pretty excited. Our readings have been very interesting this week. Very dynamic, and some of them feel pretty comfortable and expected, and some of them feel a little bit like, wow, I didn't see that coming. And I find all of it very intriguing. Okay, so let's look at our energy card for today. We have the Patience card. So in the traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck, Patience is one of the cards that she has renamed. This has been known traditionally as the Temperance card. But we have a beautiful lady standing here. She's kind of gazing away from us, but she's holding a clock to her chest. And the message here is patience. And this is something someone needs to tell me every day of my life, because I wasn't gifted with much patience, not from my genetic line, not from my learned behaviors. So patience is a good message for me. And so this is one of the major arcana cards, or the trump cards, they're known as sometimes. Like, sometimes these are very similar in definition to a deck of reading cards, you know? I mean, a deck of playing cards, as far as how we refer to them as trumps and suits. And anyway, let's look at the message that we have for today. Patience. And the message is moderation. And she says, this card reminds me that patience will bring me into recognition of and alignment to my purpose. All my needs are met, even though I may not see it yet in the outer visible world. The angels are looking out for me. Moderation in all things is required of me right now. So, patience. I don't know what you've got going on in your life. I mean, I know what I've got going on in my life. Sometimes I don't think I know what I really have going on in my life, because there's so many things going on, you know, kind of behind the scenes, or things that you planted seeds on in the past that are still, you know, growing and stretching. But this card is telling us moderation in all things is required right now. So be patient, be careful, don't overindulge. And recognize that even though you feel like something isn't working the way you want, or going as quickly as you think it wants, that your needs are met, even though you might not recognize it yet. So let's look at our focus card and see how we're supposed to work with this energy of patience today to help us clarify this reading a little bit. We have the 5 of water. So this traditionally is the cups in the tarot, but it's definitely feminine energy, love or relationship energy. And the 5 of water, 5 traditionally in numerology anyways, is about expansion. 4 is kind of stability, kind of like 4 legs on a coffee table, very stable. 5, expansion. Things are changing or shifting a little bit. Now, this card has a beautiful being. She's in a shell and she has pearls around her, and she has a little seahorse with her, which I think is divine. Last month I was in New Orleans and went to the aquarium there, and they had seahorses, and they're just beautiful, really delicate, beautiful beings. So let's look at the message of the 5 of water as Colette has directed it in this book. I'm in the wrong suit right now. I went right to 5 of earth, which is interesting. So 5 of water, here we go. This is a little bit longer of a message, so bear with me. I believe the wording on these is very important. So 5 of water says, releasing grief, allowing sadness to rise and fall, forgiveness, and the ebb and flow of emotion. And so here the message is, I feel the fullness of my emotions as they wash through me. The ebb and flow are part of my life, and I am present in my feelings today. I fully forgive myself and others and let go of any emotion that were holding me back from acknowledging the truth. I deserve the freedom that comes when I release what is no longer working for me. I make amends to those I may have harmed with emotion when emotion was coloring my perceptions. I surrender any resentments to the divine, knowing they can be transformed into miracles. Fearless inventories lead to liberation. Really interesting, considering we got the patience card as our energy, and now we're being told the way to work with this. Fearless inventories lead to liberation. So we've planted seeds already. We are told now that the energy is patience, but we still need to be fearless, to allow ourselves the freedom to I believe this is telling me change, to be patient yet fearless in the face of change that is coming. That just keeps going through my mind. And so I believe that's what this message is about. I would love to hear what you think about this message. I would love to hear how you feel like it applies to you, or just how you feel about the cards in general. This is a really interesting message, and it's very deep. And I think it will be very different for every one of this when you think about your life and think about what's going on. But I hope you found it helpful. I hope you connected with it in some way. Please like, please subscribe, please share. I'm grateful to you all for coming to my daily readings. I appreciate you so, so very much. So again, my name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me. Have a wonderful day.